Alright guys, week 60 of the DVD Fiends. Today I'm going to be reviewing I Sell the Dead. This is directed and written by Glenn McQuaid, produced by Larry Fessenden, who also stars in it. Dominic Monaghan, who played one of the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings films, is the star of the film. Angus Scrimm and Ron Perlman also have got roles in this film, and they all play them very well. Angus Scrimm's character, especially for me, stole the show in this film. And it starts off where Fessenden and Monaghan's characters, Willie Grimes and Arthur Blake, are going to be beheaded for crimes of robbing graves. So it shows you Fessenden's character, Willie Grimes, get beheaded, and Arthur Blake is waiting in his cell ready to be beheaded, but he's visited by a clergyman who's played by Ron Perlman, and Perlman starts asking him questions about his grave robbing. So Monaghan's character Arthur starts telling stories about his career as a grave robber. It starts off when he was really young and how he got into it, and then it shows you him grow up through these stories. It's a 19th century period film before I get into anything else, but don't let that put you off. Very well done. So it starts off, one of the first stories is Angus Scrimm's character, the doctor, is hassling him because they rob graves for him, and he buys the bodies off them to do experiments on. But he's becoming more and more demanding and paying less, and eventually he's just paying nothing, and he goes into the pub one night and threatens them both and says, if you don't start getting me more corpses, you're going to be the corpses that I'll be doing these experiments on. So they go out, they get told about this body at this crossroads, and they wonder why it isn't why she isn't buried in a normal cemetery. So they go and dig this corpse up from the crossroads, and she's got a stake through her heart. Well, they take this stake out and they're ready to load her up, and she comes alive and she's a vampire. So she attacks them, and it's very funny, comically done, but also quite chillingly because she looks really evil in the face. And they manage to battle with her and subdue her by putting the stake back in. So they take her to the doctor, Angus Scrimm's character, take her to him and say, yeah, we've got your body, and he makes the mistake of taking the stake out, and she comes back to life and she kills his character. So that's how they get rid of the doctor. And then it also shows you another story where they go to this grave, and it's frozen solid, but all the graveyard and the weather isn't cold, just this grave. Well, they manage to dig it up, and it's an alien, and there's a gang of grave robbers, and they also want this alien thing, and they fight over it, and something happens anyway. But they also have to keep dodging these gang of grave robbers because they're very brutal set of guys, and they don't take no shit off nobody. There's another story where they go out to get these crates of zombies for this eternal life type thing, and that's also good. The zombies look great in it. There's some good gore in it. There's a little bit of CGI. It didn't bother me. Everybody knows that I hate CGI. It didn't bother me really much with this film. It was alright. It was quite well done, but there weren't much of it anyway, so there's nothing to worry about. Don't let that put you off. Yeah, it's just a great all-round horror comedy. It's sort of like an anthology in such, because he's telling the different stories about his life. I know he stars in them all, and so does Willie, Larry Fessenden's character, but still it's like the different stories, so they're not all connected. So you see loads of different ghouls and creepy stuff. So yeah, it's all around a good, well made film. So yeah, I'd check I Sell the Dead out, definitely. I enjoyed it. It was a good laugh, and it was really well done. So thanks guys. Look out for me in week 61. Cheers.